Sai Ram. I still vividly remember that day in the April of 2010. Swami had come for his darshan rounds and he paused near one of the research scholars of the university holding up a framed photograph. As Swami saw this photograph, his eyes opened wide, there was a gleam and a smile came on his face. And Swami said, "Purushottamananda." And the research scholar who was holding up this photo frame nodded and he said, "Yes, Swami." Swami blessed that photo frame and blessed even this research scholar with a Pada Namaskar, and then he moved on. Having witnessed this interaction, my curiosity was piqued and I waited till Swami went into the interview room and then asked this research scholar what this whole interaction was about. He told me that he had been to Rishikesh, a holy town in north of India in the state of Uttarakhand during the summer vacation, and there he had visited the ashram of Swami Purushottamananda. And the disciple of Swami Purushottamananda, who was heading the ashram back then, told him that they had a photograph of Swami and Purushottamananda together for many years, and now it had got lost, misplaced, and they were very sad about it. And therefore, this research scholar had dug out this photograph from the archives, got it printed, framed, and got it blessed by Swami, and had informed Swami that he was sending it to the ashram there, and Swami had blessed him. Now, who is this Swami Purushottamananda and what is his amazing connection and story with Bhagwan? Very often during his discourses, Swami would say, "Adavilo lunna akasamalulunna," a hymn, a poem, in which he says that whether you are in the forest or in the sky, whether you are in the depths of the ocean or on top of the mountains, whether you are in the city or the villages, it doesn't matter where you are. God's grace will find you. Sai's grace will find you. Sai will find you. This story of Swami and Swami Purushottamananda is an exemplification of this principle. When there is yearning, when there is patience, when there is sadhana, and when there is perseverance, Sai too is definitely there. Wherever you may be, divine grace comes, Sai's grace comes, Swami, our beloved Swami, definitely comes.
Prema Swarupulara.
Swami Purushottamananda is the direct disciple of Swami Brahmananda, who is in turn the direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Thakur Maharaj as they call him. As early as 1918, Swami Purushottamananda wrote a letter to his guru, Swami Brahmananda, saying that having discovered that everything around me is false, this whole world is an illusion, I cannot rest till I discover the truth, till I come face to face with reality. And with that burning desire, with that goal in mind, to come face to face with divinity, Swami Purushottamananda embarked on his spiritual adventure, on the divine romance. That is what brought him to the foothills of the Himalayas in the town of Rishikesh. And there he kept wandering and going about, trying to find the perfect place to begin his austerities and penance. And he finally found a cave 27 kilometers away from the town of Rishikesh. He walked down a hill and came across a cave which seemed to have wonderful spiritual vibrations. He decided that this would be the place for his penance. This cave exists even to this day and is called the Vashishta Gufa or the Vashishta Guha. That means the cave of sage Vashishta. Sage Vashishta was there in the court of Emperor Dasharatha. He is a Brahma Rishi and the preceptor, the first preceptor for Lord Sri Rama himself. It is believed that sage Vashishta was born in this cave. He did penance in this cave. Well, we don't have ways to ascertain it, but this is what everyone says. But definitely, this is what the vibrations there told Swami Purushottamananda, and therefore, from 1928 onwards, he was there in that cave. He made that cave his home and he began to meditate and pursue his sadhana of coming face to face with divinity. In 1957, Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, our dear Swami, travelled to this town of Rishikesh as a guest to Swami Shivananda at the Divine Life Society, whose headquarters are at Rishikesh. And along with Swami travelled also Sri Subbaramaya, who was then the president of the Divine Life Society at Venkatagiri. Swami's party also consisted of Raja Reddy Garu, Kasturi Garu, that is Swami's biographer, and the twins Raman and Lakshmanan, B.B. Raman and B.B. Lakshmanan, the Carnatic singing maestros, again from the Venkatagiri kingdom. All of them were there. One day, the 26th of July 1957 to be precise, Swami decided to bless the princess or queen of Gadwal who was residing in that area. On the way back from her bungalow, her manor, Swami stopped somewhere along the road 27 kilometers outside Rishikesh. Swami got down from the vehicle and began to descend that hill there with great speed and hurry. The other members of Swami's entourage, that is Raja Reddy Garu, Professor N. Kasturi, who is also Swami's biographer, all of them, and of course Subbaramaya, whom I said, they all began to follow Swami, wondering where is Swami headed to. Swami was walking with speed and purpose, and it was very evident that he knew where he is going. And Swami headed straight to this Vasishta Gufa where Swami Purushottamananda was there. And as Swami Purushottamananda beheld Swami, his eyes became moist with tears, his face lit up with joy supreme, and he automatically prostrated to Swami. Swami went in, and along with Swami Purushottamananda was one of his disciples, Swami Kalikananda, and there Swami asked him what he wanted. He said, Swami, I am so happy seeing you. And Swami said, you have done a lot of sadhana and tapas. Swami reminded him that almost 30 years back when he had come to this cave, he had to face leopards and snakes. Swami also recounted how much difficulty he had just to get basic necessities like milk, some food, even matches to light a fire. And all these memories came back to Swami Purushottamananda, and he knew that this being was with him through and through. Many times in life we go through difficulties and feel all alone. We feel lonely. Dear brothers and sisters, we are never lonely because Swami is always with us. We are never anathas or orphans because we have our Natha or Lord with us. In fact, on one occasion Swami said the only anatha, in one sense it means orphan, in another sense it means one who doesn't have a Lord. The only anatha is the Lord himself because the Lord doesn't have a Lord. Swami Purushottamananda realized this, and then Swami asked him what he desired. Since he did not state anything, Swami Kalikananda, who was there with him, said, Swami, why don't you sing some Tyagaraja Kritis? And Swami obliged. Which Kriti? And along with Swami, as I said, were B.V. Raman and B.V. Lakshmanan, the twins from the Venkatagiri kingdom, and they are extremely good Carnatic singers. Of course, Raja Reddy Garu himself is also a great singer. But then Swami Kalikananda requested for Sri Raghuvara Suguna Laya, a Kriti that is not so well known for these people. And Swami sang it. Swami sang it so beautifully that with tears in his eyes, Swami Purushottamananda said, He has only sent you, meaning that Lord Sri Rama has sent you. Swami smiled, patted him and said, No, Purushottamananda, he has only come. Yes, indeed, it is Sai Rama, Lord Sri Rama, who had come to bless this sage. Swami Kalikananda, who had requested for the song, had been suffering from a chronic stomach ailment for many years. Swami waved his palm and created a sugar candy and gave it to him, and also advised him on a diet and said, you follow this and your chronic stomach problem will be gone. Swami then materialized a Sphatika Japamala, a crystal Japamala for Swami Purushottamananda, and blessed him before leaving. But that was not it. Swami visited this Vashishta Gufa and Swami Purushottamananda 3 days in a row. When next day he said that we are going to go, oh, there was a lot of grumbling. Again, why same place? Why Swami? Why do we have to go there? Those were the days when people took liberty and spoke to Swami like that. There was grumbling among the people and there was rumbling in the clouds because it looked like it's going to rain. And they said, Swami, it is not a safe place to go when it rains so heavily. In fact, right around the Vashishta Gufa, the mighty river Ganges, Ganga, flows and it bends around. It's a beautiful sight on normal days, but possibly when it rains, it might be dangerous. Swami didn't allow the grumbling or the rumbling to bother him. Swami went there, the grumbling stopped, the rumbling also stopped. It didn't rain that day. Swami blessed Swami Purushottamananda, and again the third time also Swami visited him. And that time something amazing happened. The Sri Subbaramaya whom I mentioned about, the president of the Divine Life Society at Venkatagiri, his first hand witness account. That day Swami was there late in the evening. In fact, it was around 10 p.m. at night when Swami was still in the cave, Vashishta Gufa, with Swami Purushottamananda. Swami told everyone to stay outside, not come in. At the entrance was the Sri Subbaramaya, and he says that day Swami sang some more songs for Swami Purushottamananda and then lay his head on the lap of Swami Purushottamananda. And as Swami Purushottamananda was experiencing waves of bliss, there was a sudden outburst of light and he had the ultimate darshan. Swami Purushottamananda had done all this penance in order to come face to face with divinity, and here he was face to face with divinity. Of course, Sri Subbaramaya describes it only as a blinding light that filled the entire cave. And later Swami revealed that he had granted Swami Purushottamananda with the Jyotir Padmanabha Darshan. The darshan of Lord Vishnu as the divine radiant light. And that was how this venerable saint and sage was rewarded 3 decades after he had put in persistent efforts, sadhana and yearning for God. He was in the bottom of some hill, unknown place where nobody would visit other than animals and birds. But the Lord went because Adavilolunna Akasamalolunna. Whether you are in the forest or in the skies, the Lord Divine Grace will follow. Of course, today the Vashishta Gufa Ashram is not so inaccessible. It's very accessible, but even to this day, even as you get off from the road and walk down, you can realize how it would have been decades before, thickly forested. The cave inside has a beautiful Shivalinga and it's an amazing place to be and meditate. I'm grateful to Swami for the blessing and the chance to actually visit this and listen to the disciple of Swami Purushottamananda relate this whole experience and pay my obeisances to that great devotee, saint and sage who merged into Swami on the 13th of February 1961. That happens not coincidentally by divine design to be the Shivaratri day, the Mahashivratri day. And as Swami Purushottamananda was merging into Swami, that was the time in Prashantinilayam when the lingams were emerging from Swami. The emergence and the mergence, the merger and the emerger, both happened simultaneously. And that was how this beautiful life of Swami Purushottamananda came to a close. Dear brothers and sisters, we all yearn for Swami. We have faith in Swami and we want to see him and experience him. But very often we get discouraged and demotivated and wonder why Swami is not responding. Let us never give up patience and perseverance. In fact, Swami describes that a devotee's true quality is having determined to get God, keep pursuing it so persistently that only one of the 2 results happen. Either we collapse dead from the effort or the Lord comes to us. And the Lord is waiting for the perfect time. He will come at the perfect time. No doubt in that. He will never let us down. Let us never give up our yearning and our efforts and continue seeking the ultimate, always the ultimate. Having realized everything in this life, whether it is friendships, relationships, wealth, influence, all of them are ephemeral and temporary. Let us also, like Swami Purushottamananda, have that thirst that I cannot rest until I come face to face with reality. And then we will indeed come face to face with reality and become the Purushottama. Purusha means man and Uttama meaning the ultimate. To become the ultimate man, to become the ultimate human being, we have to become one with God. And let us not settle for anything less than this greatest gift. That is the way we sanctify our lives. Dear Swami, we know that you know where we are, and we know that when the time is right, you will come. Let us never lose our patience, dear Swami. Let us never give up our faith, dear Swami. May the love that we have for you in our hearts keep growing stronger every passing moment. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.